Hey guys, welcome back to Lyle's Garage. I was helping my son do his tire change on his e-bike, and it dawned on me that there might be some other young fellers out there that would like to know how to do this. So we got one of these Amazon e-bikes. My son loves it. It's an amazing machine, and the tire on the rear was already bald. So we went ahead and we bought some new tires for it. We're going to show you guys how to do the tire swap. Unfortunately, we already did the rear, so we're going to just do the front and show you that. But I will show you the tire we got from Amazon. I'll go ahead and post a link right here so you can see. It's actually not going to be a link. It's actually just a screenshot so you can kind of copy and paste the information. The tire we got seems amazing. The one that came with it was kind of a joke. It's the Kenda Tire Crusade, and it just came on the bike. These are 20 by 4.0, called fat tire bikes. And this front one's got a little bit of stuff left, but we're going to go ahead and swap it out since we got a set. And we also got the tubes for it as well. Currently, my son is cleaning up the spot where we're going to put that guy back. In case you're going to do your rear wheel, you do have to jack the bike up pretty high or have somebody lift it up because the openings for the axle are on the bottom. So you have to have a lot of height on the frame before the bottom or the wheel will come out of the frame. If you're new to this stuff, it's a 19 mil bolt on each side of the axle that you have to loosen up. You don't necessarily have to take them off, but my son did. And it looks like it had two washers on one side and one on the other. On the inside of the bolts, each side has one of these weird guys here that goes on the axle. There is a cable. Can you grab that cable and show them where the motor hooks up to? Yeah. And that just pulls apart. And then your hub assembly stays on the wheel. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the rear one back on. One pointer that I would give you if you have the hydraulic brakes, when you get your wheel out, don't let anybody touch the brakes. The brake levers will collapse the piston or squeeze the piston and close the pads. Sometimes that can be a nightmare, especially if you're a young man that doesn't have much experience bleeding brakes. So we're going to go ahead and put that rear wheel back on. Then we'll get over to the front wheel and I'll kind of share some more info then. All right, we got the rear wheel all buttoned back up. We even put some zip ties on to make sure that wire for the hub is nice and secure and out of the way. Moving on over to the front, we went ahead and locked in the back wheel on the bike lift, and we have a little bottle jack set under there. So now our front wheel is just off the ground. We're going to go ahead and loosen up the nuts. There's one on each side. One side has a little plastic covering, and I'm not sure if the other side maybe did too, but we lost it. So the plastic coverings come off. And in case you're super new to this business, righty tighty, which is clockwise, and lefty means loosey. So we're going to be putting these on counterclockwise and pop them off. They are 15 millimeter nuts. Once we get those off, I'll be able to lift the front of the bike up and the wheels should drop out of the bottom as the hole on the fork that accepts the axle is open on the bottom. Once we get that off, then we'll go ahead and we'll take the tire off and we'll show you how all of that action goes. Okay, we got the front wheel off of the bike. And next thing we got to do is take out the air. So there's several ways you can do that. You can just push your finger in there and push the valve stem in. You could stick a tool in there. Since the tube is trash and we're just going to change it, you could probably just get some dikes and wire cutters or whatever and cut off that. What I typically do is I use this tool. It's on the end of a valve cap, and it's the valve stem remover tool. You stick that in there, twist it to the left, and then eventually it grabs the valve stem and starts unscrewing it. And then all the air will rush out real quick. Okay, Now the air is all gone. The tire should be very simple to get off. We're going to go ahead and set this camera up on a stand, and my son will go ahead and demonstrate how to use the spoons or the tire removal tools to pop the beads off the rim and get all this trash out. Now that he has his first part of the tire off, it's called the bead. He's got this inside bead done. We can go ahead and we can grab the tube and rip the tube out of the wheel assembly. Once the tube is out, then we just go ahead and pull off the bead on the other side off of the same side. Tire's done. We'll go ahead and put all that crap in the trash. We'll get a nice cloth and wipe down the hoop, and then we'll go ahead and start on the next one. All right, guys, so we got the wheel all cleaned up. It looks beautiful. These type of tires come rolled up in a ball, and you have to kind of muscle them out of their, storage shape into a tire shape. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to lube up one side of the rim on this outer lip. And the best way to do these is with your disc brake facing up so you don't accidentally damage that or bend that. And I got this stuff here. It's off of Amazon, and normally I had used soapy water in the past, but I got tired of finding things rusty later. Now this is rubber and aluminum, so nothing's going to rust there, but this really helps, more so with motorcycles, but it also helps, for a young man to get this on pretty easily. Okay, we have soaped the edge a little bit. It's already drying. We got to go quick. It's kind of warm. Go ahead and put on that first bead for us. We found out the disc is on the left-hand side of the bike, so the arrow would need to go counterclockwise. So we got that on there. Next thing we got to do is we got to take our tube, take the valve stem cap off. I'm going to go ahead and locate the valve stem hole. She has done right there, and then sometimes it's helpful to get that valve stem started first. Sometimes it's helpful to put some of the tube in. Okay, next step we're going to do is we're going to put this last little bit on. In order to get that on nice and easy, I'm going to soap it a little, so my son's going to go ahead and videotape that. And we just need the littlest bit right inside of here. And what he's going to do is he's going to start over here on this valve stem side. Put all that extra back. I'm going to lube up this part that he's going to do last so it slips on. Wipe up my hands. Of course, I've lost the rag completely that I just had forever. All right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we start by pushing the bead in here. We got to do it gently so we don't push the tire off the other side of the wheel. And just kind of get it in there. Just like that. Of course, it popped off the other side. So now we got to come through and try to do that one without pushing the other side off. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. We got it on the other side too. Now we can go ahead and take that cap back off, and then we'll fill it up the rest of the way. These tires say the max is 20 pounds, so we're going to go ahead and put it to 20. If we can get this stuck in right. And we're going to put it to 20 so that way the tire seats itself right. And then what I like to do is I like to even go higher, like 21, and then I'll bounce it a few times, make sure it centers, and then I'll let it back out. We'll probably run these at about 18 pounds. Okay, now we're going to bounce it. And spinning it to different areas. That way it just makes sure it's centered. If we look closely in here, we got this line built into the tire, and that's going to tell us if we've centered our tire or not. If you got a huge piece here and then you go to the other side and it's super snug, well, it's a little off-centered. That doesn't matter on an e-bike. On a motorcycle, you might want to do a little cleaner than that. Last thing we'll do is we'll wipe some of the soap off, and then we can go ahead and start putting it back on. One more piece of advice. When we're putting it back on, you have to make sure that nobody has pushed the levers on the brake, or it'll smash these two pads together, and then you might have to open the pressure release valve up top and then force these apart with a screwdriver. So a good tip is if you have a little plastic wedge, when you take off the wheel, a shim like a wood stir stick or plastic wedge can fit in there to keep them apart. Or just make sure nobody touches it. And then when you get to put it back, make sure that that disc fits right into there. That's the only kind of tough part about putting the front wheel back on. And then you go ahead and you put your axles back up in there. There's these washers that have the tabs, and the tabs go into the holes. Pretty obvious, but I'm just stating everything. And then we're going to go ahead and torque our nuts back down. The nut torque specs, I don't know. I have an impact gun, and we usually do it till it snugs and then a couple extra. So hang tight. We'll go ahead and put that on time lapse. Well, the job is done, and it looks amazing. One of the downsides I always felt like to my son's e-bike were those really cheesy tires. And they seem like bicycle fat tire type things, not e-bike fat tire style. These look like an actual legit motorcycle tire. And it's got so much tread. The tread feels nice and gummy. He mainly rides on the street but gets down and dirty. So these will be a perfect multi-purpose type of a tire. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish off with maybe some demonstrations of some wheelies. And thanks for watching the show, guys. If you like this kind of stuff, this is the only video I have like this. So maybe I'll do some more in the future. Let me know in the comments. If you like motorcycle stuff, check out my channel. I got lots of restoration stuff and how-tos on some automotive stuff. So take care, guys. Thanks for watching. See ya. What's better about it so far?
It grabs onto the road a lot better.
Yeah.
So it stops faster.
Yep.
The
Braking.
brakes work better.
Yep.
And it looks cleaner because we cleaned it a lot, so now it looks not like that.
Yeah. Nice without that white lettering too.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet.
Good job.